Okay, gang, this is all that is worth looking at from the martial arts perspective into athletics. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the gi so it's easier to understand how it all works for the game of net sports. Everybody knows, if you're really into martial arts, that the history of net sports is best depicted around the Boxer Rebellion, where at the time, the game of boxing, the pugilists figured out it was much more advantageous for competition to put gloves on the hand in order to make it less complicated around the hands in competition. In other words, it was easy to compete with no hands and wrist action in fighting. So it was all about just boxing, getting the fist in the strike so that you could score a match. That way you can have some fair scoring. And then over time, net sports made it a little bit more civilized, even more civilized. You put a net between two competitors. They strike a ball, and then you score a point on any faults in order to hide the art of fighting. I'm going to put in the art of fighting back into net sports and summarize it for you really quick on how even the breathing plays into the athletics, so that when you play athletic sports, you can get back to the breathing so that you don't injure yourself over time. Now remember, the breathing really does play into the art of striking, art of killing. But let's get back to the civilized part about it and use the art of striking and killing to help you understand how the perfect technique comes into play. I'm going to use the probably the best modern martial art example to figure out how this all comes quickly. So I'm going to try to get this into a 2-minute presentation. You have to review this video over and over again to really master how it works. And it's the breathing. So in Wing Chun, we have in a form, the first form is actually very complicated. You have to use almost your whole life to understand how it works. So I'm going to summarize it, and you can review it over and over again. It's the breathing part. One little section you'll notice in the first form